You don't need more time. You need fewer excuses about how you're using it. Welcome to Doing What You Know. If you've ever found yourself saying, I know what to do, so why don't I do it? You're in the right place. This isn't motivation and this isn't hype, and it's definitely not about learning more information. It's about breaking through the invisible barriers that keep smart, capable people stuck, even when they already know the next step. Every Monday, I'll teach one principle, one shift, one truth you can actually apply so knowing finally turns into doing. Let's get into today's teaching. Listen to how often people say this: I just don't have time. It sounds reasonable. It sounds responsible. It even sounds honest. But most of the time, it's just not accurate. Because if you really look at how time is being used, the issue isn't time. It's what you're choosing to do with it. And more importantly, what you're avoiding doing with it. Let's make this practical. Think about a normal day. You wake up, you check your phone, you scroll for a few minutes, you move into your day. Nothing extreme, nothing that feels like wasted time. But those small moments add up. Scrolling turns into 20 minutes. Distraction turns into an hour. Low priority tasks fill the gap. By the end of the day, it feels like you were busy, but not effective. And that's where frustration comes from. There's a difference between being busy and being productive. Busy looks like constant activity, responding to everything, jumping from task to task. Production looks like focus, internal action, movement towards a clear outcome. Most people fill their time with activity, but very little of it moves their life forward. So when they say, I don't have time, what they really mean is, I didn't protect time for what matters. Here's where it gets uncomfortable. What you say matters and what you actually do don't always match. You say, I want to grow my business. I want to get in shape. I want to be consistent. But your time tells a different story because time reveals priorities. Always. Not intentions, not goals, priorities. I don't have time is powerful because it ends the conversation. No one questions it. No one challenges it. It sounds final, but underneath it, there's usually something else. I don't feel like it. I'm uncomfortable. I'm avoiding this. I'm not fully committed. Time becomes the cover because it's easier to say. Every time you say, I don't have time, when it's not really true, you weaken something internally. Self trust drops because you know you could have done something. Maybe not everything, but something. And that gap between what you could have done and what you did do, that's where frustration builds. People who move forward don't have more time. They just make clearer decisions about it. They don't try to do everything. They decide what matters most, and then they protect it. That might mean saying no to things or cutting distractions or letting some things go, not because they don't care, but because they're focused. Time isn't something you wait for, it's something you direct. When you stop treating time like the problem and start treating it like a resource, everything shifts. Now you're not asking, do I have time? You're asking, is this worth my time? That question changes behavior. When you stop using time as an excuse, you take ownership. You stop waiting for the perfect window. You stop justifying delay. And you start acting with intention. And that's where consistency begins. Not with more time, with better decisions. Today, don't try to overhaul your entire schedule. Just do this. Identify one block of time you usually lose: 10 minutes, 20 minutes, maybe 30 minutes. Tomorrow, use that time on something that actually moves your life forward. That's how change begins. Not all at once, but deliberately. If this message hit, it's because you're ready to stop using time as an excuse and start using it as a tool. Inside the Doing What You Know community, we focus on clarity, standards, and execution, not busy work, not delay, not when I have time. If you're ready to operate at that level, you're invited. The link is below. If this teaching hit, don't overthink it. Knowing isn't the problem. Doing is. Take the one action you already know you should take and take it today. And if you want support, structure, and accountability as you do this work, you're invited to join us inside the Doing What You Know community. Everything starts with one decision. I'll see you next Monday.